just went live.
Really? So did we. Pull up the chat. She must have been waiting.
Right.
If anybody's here, we're pulling up the chat.
Hey, Helen. All right, let me move this over so I can see. Hey, Gigi. I got a mouse, a separate mouse, you know, for this computer instead of using the one. Hey, Kelsey, Monkey Moo. Hey, Kimberly, Vicky, Tweety Bird. And I don't have enough room on my little card table here to use it.
Yeah, but
Sally.
Hey, everybody.
Christina, Michelle. Huh? Moonstar, yeah, Crystal, Lexi Hoot, Amanda Hill, Poppy,
Tilly Mae, Angel.
You finally made it. Well, welcome, welcome. We solve crimes up in here. Hey, Emily.
Embry, Nikki Lee, Angel, Tweety Bird, Janice, Take a Breath. I had to take many breaths.
Grandpa, Blue Jeans.
Country
Angel,
Irish.
Nikki Lee, Ember Rose, Janice, Take a Breath. I like that name. Country Lady, Irish Marie. Hey, y'all guilty, can't stay. I love you. See, Irish Marie's right there with me. Show this. Y'all going to see me to geek it out tonight. Because when she feels strong about something and I feel strong about something, y'all going to see a showdown. Hey, the Chantel Show.
Chantel, can I just tell you that I enjoy you, but my daughter, Timber, absolutely is probably your biggest fan. She loves her.
Tiffany. Hey, Sugar. Hey, Kristen.
Hey, Tiffany. Stacy, the Sparkling Star. Stormy Jane. Hello.
Hello. Did everybody watch all the stuff? Hey, Steph. The funny thing is the Hollywood shows definitely portray them to be innocent. But I found a website, because this place is only 30 minutes from my house at the most, where this happened at. And I found a website with things that they left out. Hey, Kim, Regina. Things that they left out of the movies. And that's when because I used to think they were innocent too. And then I changed my tune in the middle.
Oh, what is it, Tilly? We'll write it down right quick.
Lori, did you send it to me in DM? Hang on. Let me look. I have not checked my Twitter since this morning. Okay. Lori.
I'm very curious about this, and I have been obsessed with it, let me tell you. Hey, Dawn, Kelsey. We're getting there. We're getting there. Yes, I watched Johnny Depp.
Wow, that's a good one. This is Lori. She's in the chat.
Yeah. Okay, but save it. Save it. Let's let people get in here.
Okay.
Wait, what's the Netflix one? What's the new Netflix?
What new Netflix?
Somebody said they had a new investigation on Netflix. Hey, Stellar.
Yes, Chantel. Usually, me and Randy, 99% of the time, are on opposite ends of the spectrum. Very rarely do we see eye to eye on these murder investigations.
Yes. Christina from Flint, Michigan. I got family that lives in Flint.
It is heartbreaking. Hey, Stellar. Yeah, it is.
I'm not going to tell what I think yet. I'm not going to tell what I think. We're going to let more people gather. But here's what.
Yeah, that's fine. Cal. I do want to say something, though, real quick about the PB. I know she just went live, but I can't stand somebody that lies and that says that we photoshopped her comment. So I have written in to YouTube to get not only our live stream from that night, but also the chat. You can get the entire chat of what was said. that will put it to rest. She cannot say YouTube photoshopped anything. But we all know, y'all all were there. Hey, Jamie, Mindy, how are you, honey? You're so excited. Me too, Mindy. Me too.
Me too. Yeah, I want because the dialysis thing was me saying, I said in her live stream the other night, she said, I wish I would hurry up and be on dialysis. And not only did I hear it, I called B and I said, B, listen to what she said. She said, because that way people could see how sick she was instead of her just telling them. That's where the dialysis thing came from. And
but she had come on. She had came on under my video and said, made a comment and then immediately deleted it. But I was able to screenshot the notification. You know, when you get a notification of a comment that said hashtag not bothered slanderers or something like that. Anyway, it's on my other phone. But and then she immediately deleted it because now it's not up under the video. But it's like if you're not afraid to make a comment, don't make a comment. But anyway.
Yes, scab. She's just under the video. It's like let me find her comment. Mama Bear, no, don't get sidetracked.
Chili's.
It's called Shadow of Truth. It will curl your toes. Shadow of Truth.
Is that on Netflix?
Yeah.
Let me write her down.
All right. First, we've got 77 viewers, and I hope you all participate in this discussion. Don't worry about what negative Blue Bangs is saying because it's all a lie.
She's trying to cover her ass as we speak, I am sure. Which is funny because none of us have her blocked, but she has all of us blocked where we can't comment. Yes, Chantel, I saw Paradise Lost. The stepdad is absolutely nuts. Both of the stepdads are nuts.
Right. Okay. So we're going to do the 1 and 2. Put a 1 in the chat. Don't look at B's face. Okay, put a 1 in the chat if you think the boys...
Read between the lines!
If you think the boys are guilty, put a 1 in the chat. If you think those 3 boys killed them babies, put a 1 in the chat. Me too, Helen. I keep writing negative. There's a 1. If you think they're guilty. Okay, and let's do a 2. Okay, 1 and 2. 2 if you think they're not guilty. Yeah, but 2. Got a lot of 1s.
Told you.
We're talking about the West Memphis 3. 2, 2, 2. There's my 2s. Don't know the story. Oh, Stellar, I'm sorry. Look at the 2s.
It may be pretty even. I don't know. There's more innocence, I think. Yeah, I think there's more innocence.
Possibly. Brooke. Innocent.
Come on, get up here.
Chili Texas. Kimberly didn't do her homework. Kimberly, that's okay. Mad Mark, the pyro, you retracted it, but I saw you had a 2, so we're going with your 2. But I'm open to the new info. I trust Randy. Lexi Lou, who?
Chantel, you're right. They, you know, Hollywood, over 4,000 hours that they filmed, they squinched that down into a 3-hour documentary.
Are you? Oh.
And I'm telling you, I'm going to show y'all some of the things that were left out. And this is why I changed my mind. Continue
okay, I want to hear
with your innocence.
What are you talking about with a 3-hour documentary? No, that was 6 hours, over 6 hours.
With commercials, nerdhead. If you squinch it down without commercials, it was
I watched it without commercials on Amazon Prime.
But that's 6 hours. 4,000 hours were recorded. 4,000 as opposed to 6.
We're gonna give Beavis the floor.
No, you go on and state your case because I'm fixing to blow it out of the water.
Here's my all right. We'll banter a minute. I honestly think the boys are innocent. We're gonna start off with the confession. All right. Yeah, HBO doesn't have commercials. B's reaching, but we'll let her reach. If you remember, HBO made it.
Go ahead, Tracy. You're not supposed to side with her.
Tracy loves me. The confession. I do. Yeah, Beavis and Butthead. I've said that all along. Okay. False confession from a mentally challenged child. This boy, his daddy took him out of school because he couldn't do school, and he was a mechanic, said he was a good mechanic. They beat this kid down with words. Look how long he was interrogated till he finally just said, yeah. Then also, if y'all didn't know this, there's something that was left out, Lucille. The reward was $30,000 to find the killers. Jesse Miss Kelly said he really needed that $30,000. That's right. You can't handle the truth. Really needed that $30,000 to buy his daddy a truck. His daddy needed a vehicle. So he gave names thinking he was going to get that $30,000 for his daddy's truck. Now let's keep in mind that while these murders were being committed, and you're going to state your case, I know, and right now we're just going to go with the confession and Jesse Miss Kelly. He was at wrestling. Not only was he at wrestling whenever the murders were being committed,
he was I need to be making notes so that I can blow all your stuff out because he wasn't at wrestling. Continue on.
Okay.
They lied on the stand. Those boys lied on the stand.
They have pictures of him at wrestling and where he signed in.
It was the day before, not that night.
That's not what my case shows.
Exactly. Continue on.
Can you prove it wasn't that night? Because first he said they done it at noon. Oh, it's about noon. Then he said, okay, no, it wasn't at noon. It was about 1. Then they said, you sure it wasn't dark outside? He said, well, maybe it was about 7 or 8. They said, was it 7 or 8? Yeah, 7 or 8. It was getting dark. For sure it was getting dark.
The police were shady as hell. The judge was shady as hell. They did a horrible job investigating the crime scene. They did not test any of the blood that Luminol picked up because Luminol was brand new at 93. So they didn't believe it. So they tested none of the blood at the crime scene. None of it. But
we're talking about the West Memphis Three, those 3 little 8-year-old boys that were murdered, and the three boys done 18 and a half years in prison, and they got released, but they had to plead guilty to get released. And Damian Eccles was on death row the whole time. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead with your
they tested Damian's necklace that he had on during the arrest. It had his blood. Hang on, I wrote it down. His blood mixed with Jason Baldwin's blood mixed with Stevie Branch's blood. How would he get Stevie Branch and Jason Baldwin's blood on his necklace. The only reason they didn't admit it to evidence is because it was only tested by the prosecution. Defense did, and so they ended up throwing it out. It was not admitted into court. It was not in any of the movies. But that right there would have convicted them. Even just having one of their blood.
Y'all, it was in West of Memphis documentary that the necklace came back. Then they said that was all fabrication. There was no necklace. There was no necklace.
They showed the necklace. It was on him at the time of the arrest.
They said there was no necklace that came back. That's what I wasn't there.
I'm trying to find the website where I found it. Hang on.
Okay.
Now, I get about the hair or whatever. The other thing that they didn't put on there, that when the babies were hog-tied, they said they used their shoelaces. It was a boot shoelace. And when they went to the home of Jason Baldwin, his boots laces had just been replaced with the same kind of laces that the babies were tied up with.
I'm sorry, but no, they said in the confession, everybody, in the confession, he said with rope. We tied him up with rope. He didn't even know what they were tied up.
I'm not talking about the confession. I'm talking about what really happened.
They got convicted off the confession. Now.
Okay, and we're not talking about that. We're talking about if we believe that they're guilty or innocent. I can't help what the judge and the jury and the prosecutors did.
You're right.
I could care less about that. I'm talking about what really went down.
Well, damn. If he got no shoestrings, he did it. No.
Not necessarily, but when they're the same kind and they were missing, I mean,
I see. What was their motive?
There don't have to be a motive when you're a teenager. Don't have to be a motive for anybody to kill.
And you do know that Jesse was not friends with the other two boys.
Then why was he hanging out with them?
He wasn't. He was at wrestling.
Okay.
I honestly, no, even if he wasn't at wrestling, which, the one I saw said he was at wrestling and had the pictures and the sign-in and all that stuff. But he really never hung out with them. They weren't. Now, the other two, the Jason and Damien were best friends. They were always together.
Yeah.
But the Jesse, Miss Kelly, they were not friends.
So they just picked him out of the air? They just picked him out of the air. They had to have been seen together at some point. They had to have been.
All right. What they done was they said, give us some names of some boys that had been in the system. And Jesse had been in the system. They go get him. They were just going to ask him a few questions. I don't know what led them to start hounding him. But then he started mentioning these other two names. Well, they said, well, if you know this much, then you must have been there. So he said, well, then he tried to say he was there. He did see it, but he didn't really participate.
Yes, the one that I said, they didn't say Jesse Mix. They said Damien Eccles was the one. Hey, Sam, love you, sugar. I wasn't reading the chat. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I missed that too.
Said that that state absolutely knew they messed up. They absolutely knew they messed up, but they offered them the offer plea so they couldn't come back and sue them.
Yeah, so they couldn't come back and sue them, but they also fixed it to where nobody else can be prosecuted for this case.
Damn it, I cannot find that article. But it had the eight big things that was left out of the documentaries.
Also, let's just face it though, these boys never had a fighting chance in court because they were convicted way before they even went to trial. And they knew it. I believe with all my heart they knew it. Not Jesse, because God bless him, he ain't all there.
Yeah.
Right. Damien was going to die. He got the death penalty. The other two didn't. Now, okay, B, say you witnessed this heinous murder. Heinous ain't the right word.
Horrendous.
Heinous is what I was trying to say, but horrendous, I think I mixed those two words. And Jesse, they said, if you testify against them, you'll get out in 10 years. You'll get 20 years, get out in 10. He said, no, I'm not going to lie on them, even though they weren't really friends. They knew each other, but they weren't friends.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sam. Sam agrees with me. You could tell her you love her all you want. Look, B's getting mad.
No, I'm not getting mad. It's just the way. I'm going to shut up.
Keep hitting back and it'll go to that website.
Okay.
Of course, Tweety Bird, they're going to go after the most vulnerable one. Then, did you see where, okay, the boy that got on the stand and said, I can't say what he said. Did y'all see where that boy got on the stand and said that he was in lockup with, what was his name? Jason Baldwin, and he told him how he cut the little boy and what he done to his privates.
What about when Jason Baldwin took the bottle of Tennessee, Kentucky Tavern, whatever whiskey it was, and told them exactly where they busted the bottle after they left the bodies in the creek, and when they went and searched for it, it was there. That's when his attorney said, if I'll find it there, then I'll know my client's guilty. And he quit fighting for him.
Really? I didn't know that. Taylor, I've done one. It was a short one, but I would love to do another one. Would love to do another one. Thank you, Teresa. Well, see, now, I'll be honest, B, I didn't know about that. I didn't know there was a bottle of whiskey broken. I didn't know that.
Kendall Ray did a good thing on it back, I think in December is when she did hers.
And I didn't get to watch it. Diane sent it to me, and I didn't get to watch it because I got to watching Michael Jackson's funeral. Again. Yes, she is, Sam. She is. You do, Stellar. This case is good. Yeah, I want to know that website because if there's more investigating to do, I will. Because there's times when I thought they was guilty, but then a lot of mental issues, yes, but we're not mentioning. That's true too. They didn't mention his mental, but let's just face it, those documentaries was absolutely focused on the innocence of those boys, not towards because the second one, they was basically trying to blame that one dad. What was his name? What was his name? Byers, the Byers guy. See, I'm crazy as a shithouse rat. So if somebody was looking at my mental issues, I'd have been, you ain't missed nothing. B is searching for that website.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of got it in for that
day.
They
all failed their polygraph test except for Jason Baldwin, his attorney wouldn't let him take it after.
Okay, Sam.
Miss Kelly and the other one, they failed their polygraph test, which I know that's not admissible in court, but they did the Eccles, they did the polygraph test 3 times. He passed the exact same questions, failed the exact same questions.
See, I read that they did not fail the polygraph.
Well, this says they did. This is a News Channel 3 article from our local news here. Okay. And only one didn't take it. The 2 that took it failed 3 times, and the one that didn't take it at all.
Hey, Lacey.
Come on. And after what shit? Eccles said he would tell them everything, but he wanted to talk to his mom first. After he failed the polygraph test the 3rd time.
Mama Bear, that's what this is, the West Memphis killings. That's what this is.
Where have you been?
Why didn't you send me this to read? Oh, because I know why.
Why would I? You had to do your own damn homework.
I did not. I found this though. Because I'm leaning, I got 2 people in mind. Everybody says 100% Terry Hobbs, the one stepdad. Definitely could have been. There's one thing that I cannot find, and if somebody can find it, I would love to know. 2 of the boys were tied up. 1 wasn't.
The one that wasn't is the one that died of stab wounds. The other 2 that were tied up died of drowning.
But which one wasn't? Was it the one? Was it Terry Hobbs's stepson that was not tied? If I know the answer.
Byers was the one that died of genital mutilation and stab wounds. Stevie Branch and Michael Moore died of drowning, and they were tied together.
Oh, okay.
And the luminol, this is a picture of the luminol that they never tested. Can y'all see how that's lit up? They never tested it.
I can't see it. Bring it over just to the
ton of spots. That's all I can tell you. Ton of spots, and they never tested them because they didn't believe.
Where did they spray the luminol?
All around the area, the bank of where the boys were found.
Yeah, Lexi, and that actually made me feel better when
one of these confessions was given 9 months after Jesse was convicted. That confession was given in private to his own attorney. His attorney pleads with Jesse not to confess, but Jesse states his reason for doing so. I want something done about it. Confessed to the killings while he was in prison. Of course, none of them had the solid alibi. Damien's changed multiple times. Prosecutor even asked if he was changing his story to fit the circumstances. He replied yes. In the end, none of his alibis were able to stand up to scrutiny. Jesse Miss Kelly's alibi was that he was wrestling the night of the murders. Unfortunately for Jesse, there was no wrestling that night, and the receipt provided as proof was for the night before.
Now, what I saw was of the night with his signature, with pictures of friends, and the friends got on the stand and said, no, he was with us. Now, listen, from what the last one that I watched, which was west of Memphis, Two of the people that got on the stand admitted to lying against Eccles. Flat out lied. Said,
Here's the Evans whiskey bottle. Miss Kelly told his own attorney in a confession after his conviction that he smashed an Evans whiskey bottle at an underpass after leaving the crime scene. After receiving this detail, Miss Kelly's attorney left the room and told the prosecutor outside that if they found the bottle, he would no longer believe his client to be innocent. They both left and found the bottle to be exactly where Miss Kelly said it to be.
Oh, everybody hashtag Diane. Thank you. Hobbs did it. LOL. His wife even thinks it may be him. No DNA. So with that said, Damien is now having quite the life.
He is having quite the life.
But the other two, they're not, are they? Thank you, Diane. Hashtag Diane. Thank you so much. The other two, I don't know that they are, but a guy at work told me that Damien's a millionaire now. I don't know if that's true.
Who knows? I wouldn't doubt it.
But I'll tell you what. Let me ask y'all this. Of course, this is neither here nor there with the murders. There was a thing that said that Damien was getting raped so much in prison that he sued. Did you say that?
Damien was he couldn't have gotten raped because he was in solitary confinement from day one.
That's what, see, I have a good friend that was in prison for murder. And, but he didn't get death. He's out now. Well, accessory to murder. It don't matter. But, he said when you're on death row, you get 23-1 where you're only out for an hour a day. But he sued. I don't think Mark Byers did it. I think Mark Byers.
I thought he was a creepo too, but I don't believe in polygraph tests, so to speak. Again, there's a reason why they're not admissible in court. You know what I mean? I think
you're right.
You can say if you've taken anything to relax you, you can lie and say no, I haven't, and be high as a kite on whatever. Hey, Kit Kat. And, for a long time, I thought it was Terry Hobbs because one hair of his was found there. None of the DNA of the boys was found there.
Tied up in the laces.
Right.
Also, that other guy's DNA was found there. Why was his DNA there?
What guy?
Terry Hobbs' his friend.
His friend. Yeah, it's true.
Now, I'll tell you this. I don't count. I'm going to say this about what's his name? The Byers. I don't count his polygraph because he was certainly on something the whole time. On the second, when they showed him do his polygraph on the second show for HBO, he was high. He was on something. And I'm not saying it. I'm just saying that he had lost his son. He had lost his wife. So, I don't count his polygraph. But I don't think he did it. I just think he's a crook, a weirdo. We're talking about the West Memphis Three. I just don't think them boys did it. I just don't. I don't. Okay. Did it not make anybody else mad when the manager of Bojangles gets on the stand, talks about the guy covered in blood that came in, was in the restroom, in the women's restroom, covered in blood, calls the cops, and the cop came through the drive-thru. They didn't even.
But did you see that that guy that did the overview of how far he would have had to walk in water up to his waist? How could he still be covered in blood walking over a mile in waist high water?
But the guy at Bojangles
come from that scene.
The guy at Bojangles didn't know anything about these murders, and the cop verified that they came through and said, and then got on the stand and said, well, you know, my bad, I lost the evidence. I lost that. I lost the blood.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't know, the manager of Bojangles didn't know there had been a murder that night. He just knew there was somebody covered in blood. The cops sucked there. My theory, and I have a small little theory, which I don't know, is the one day the what was his name? I didn't say his name. The Hobbs guy, the stepdad, had it in for the kid. He didn't come home on time. He beat the piss out of him. Then he had two little witnesses there, and he had to take them out too.
So he went in the woods and found him to beat him?
No, I don't think they were killed there. I think killed him somewhere else. Maybe. But I just thought they were killed somewhere else. Stephanie, I don't think Hobbs did it. I don't know. And what makes me think he didn't do it was he got the nerve to sue Natalie from the Dixie Chicks, and that takes a lot of nerve. You know, if you're guilty about something, you're going to sit down and shut up usually, unless you're really confident. I don't know.
Who sued Dixie Chicks?
Terry Hobbs.
For what?
Defamation of character. She didn't even know who he was. He lost. No, Kit Kat. No, we love you. We're just all up in this. I'm sorry we're missing the chat. Two of the kids was alive when they went to the water. And I hate that. I hate that.
Yeah, two of them were drowned. One died from, I guess, bleeding out, and then two drowned. And I can't imagine.
Right, Lexi. Psychos don't think like that. He thought he was untouchable. And he had bragged to his ex-wife, the mom of this baby, little boy, and said, I'm going to be a millionaire now. And he lost. Yeah, and they went ahead and let him sue because then he got deposed. Never think we're mad at you, Kit Kat. We always love you. Okay, the knife. Oh, and it's okay.
They ruled it out. It was found behind Baldwin's home, but they ruled it out.
Because it had been in there a year before, but in court, they said this is the knife that did it. What was that? I don't think they. I just don't. And if they, golly. But I'll say information there plus every picture of everything. Yeah, I wish I didn't know. I wasn't ready for the pictures. I didn't know they were going to be on the.
Yeah, the pictures were painful.
Yeah. Terry Hobbs had Steve.
Think about it. That was 93. Those babies would be in their 30s now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been thinking about that. Now, Jim said that. Jim said, look at him. There's something up with him. Not the one that's out there shooting watermelons and stuff. The Hobbs guy. And told his wife to just get over it. She needed to just move on. Which, I mean. But he had Stevie's pocket knife that they said he always had on him. Why did he have his pocket knife?
Who?
How did he have it? Terry Hobbs had the little boy's pocket knife.
Unless he took it, wasn't able to go to school with it or something, because he had just come home from school and left.
He had already done his little homework.
Wouldn't let him take his pocket knife to school with him.
She said he always carried it, and back then you could. I've seen worse too, Cal, but I mean, I don't want to say them 3 8-year-olds thought that. I didn't want to say that.
Yeah.
Terry Hobbs had something to do with this. And then his friend, he kept trying to get his friend to give him an alibi. And his friend was like, you know what, all this time, because his friend did not go hunting for his stepson with him. Like he said he did. He said, we sat around and played the guitar.
Yeah, Lily, that's the first two. Damien and Miss Kelly had already signed the Alford plea because they wanted out of prison. And he was the last one to sign it. And he didn't want to, but he was set. He knew he had to go. He was able to go free. But they're still convicted felons. They still are felony. They still are convicted as guilty. They can't come back on the state. Nothing like that. That was part of the plea deal. But they were all let out that afternoon after they signed it. They were let out. I remember it being a huge, because that was 2011. That was a huge news conference here. Huge. It's all that was on the news that day. Oh, I absolutely, Pretty Pete, think they panicked and went with
I don't know, Mama Bear.
Went with what's his name, because of his history and being in and out of the hospital and, you know, killing animals and all that shit.
But did he really kill animals? Because he said that wasn't true.
He killed a Great Dane.
Yeah, that was nearby.
Yeah, it's about 30 minutes for me.
Watch Hobbs' Family Secret, where Terry Hobbs' nephew says Terry Hobbs' son, his cousin, said he did it. Now that's I did
say that, Mindy. I did say that he but that was just his opinion, right? There's no proof of it. So I thought Terry Hobbs passed the polygraph too, along with the other dad. But that don't mean anything. I know polygraphs don't mean anything. But
I thought Terry Hobbs refused to take a polygraph.
Oh, I don't know. I thought he did.
And they said their proof was, of course, it was hearsay. They said they heard them talking about it down. They were in the basement, and then he said, "Look, your uncle did do this, but that's the Hobbs family secret." The boy was castrated, had animal marks in that area, like he was dragged by that area by an animal. That, when I saw that, it kind of made me feel a little bit, I don't know, better, that they thought the turtle had ate his privates instead of him being awake and having that cut off. And I hope and pray that that's what happened, that he was already passed away and that happened.
Yeah, but then where were the stab wounds for him that killed him then?
Well, his head was...
that's where he bled to death.
I don't know.
The other scratches and stuff they felt like were from the turtles, but I don't. There was no other stab wounds per se, because that's why they threw out the knife as evidence, because it didn't. There was no knife.
That the skin was just missing off of it. That it was like a pristine cut, just like the skin was taken off of it.
Yeah, also, Lily, that's another movie.
What is the subject? We're talking about the West Memphis Three. Yeah, Devil's Knot is on Netflix, and I did watch it, but it don't really. It's not that great. I know it's a book, and the book is probably better. Yeah, their faces was cut up, but you couldn't tell. Well, did they take impressions? They took impressions of all the boys' teeth, and none of them matched the bite marks on the little boys' faces. Couldn't do Mark Byers because he had lost his teeth, and I don't know if they ever done Terry Hobbs. I don't think they did. Oh yeah, I remember boys at school wearing black, and we thought they were devil worshippers. Stupid now,
but he admitted to it though. He admitted to being satanic and all that in his well, they called it something 500, file 500 or something. It was 500 pages of his history being in and out of a psych hospital, and some of the things that he said in there matched up to what happened to the boys.
Tilly Mae, from what I read, they didn't prove that they were sexually.
Yeah, I didn't say that either. That one was just mutilated, but none of them were sexually abused. I think that may have been just a rumor mill going around.
Yeah.
He did say that, Blue Jean. He felt like an outcast. But, you know, you have to think about, too, these interviews that he's doing. He's now a 30, almost 40-year-old man when he did the initial interviews. So, of course, he's going to feel like that now. But when he was sitting in the courtroom as an 18-year-old smartass, you know, he was doing, you know, nasty things to the juror and acting like he was, you know, oral sex things and flipping them off and grinning and all that shit. So he was a twit of a teenager with a chip on his shoulder, very much a smartass. So, you know, that was 20 years before. That's exactly how he was acting, and that's exactly how his medical file showed the way he was acting. Now, you know, 30, 40 years later now, of course he's gonna, yeah, I was just an outcast. I was, you know, of course he's gonna say that. I would too.
No, he did not admit to Satanism. He admitted to being Wiccan, which is white magic. Wiccan, they do not worship the devil. I don't even know that they believe in the devil.
He admitted to being a Wiccan years later. During his police interrogation, he admitted to Satanism. It's in the transcripts. And there's a website that you can go to read the transcripts. It is www.callahan.8k.com, and it has the entire transcripts. Oh, Lori, I'll read Lori's theory. Hang on.
Callahan 8. I'm sorry.
8k.com. It was a Rolling Stone article about the West Memphis Three. There was a comment under the article where a person stated they were from West Memphis and the Robin Hood Hills area, which was where they were at, and it was known as a hangout for gay men. In 1993 Arkansas, there was a stigma against gay men. I can believe that. The theory is the stepdad was having a sexual encounter with Mr. Bojangles. The boys came up on the scene and he killed them out of rage and the fear of being outed.
Wow. Hold on. I got to listen to this a second. We're getting drugged. Hold on.
He read satanic verses like a lot of moody kids. Okay, you're probably right. I knew there was something about that, which isn't true at all. Okay, gotcha. No, Dawn. She was just telling me what she had saw. That was all.
Yeah, Johnny Depp. It wasn't just Johnny Depp. There was several celebrities that helped, and that definitely helped their case. Definitely.
Let her call the police on me. Does she need my home address to make it easier? Bring it, sister. Bring it. What's she saying?
Her talk to text corrected what was said in here now.
Her talk to text what?
Corrected what she was saying.
So what we all saw, what over 300 people saw, she's now claiming. Yeah, Pam, I do about 30 minutes from there.
Right, Kelsey. Yeah. The thing is I don't want to focus on negative blue bangs. The thing is she's a freaking liar. We all saw what she said. She knows she said it. She's gonna make me mad. Everybody saw it, Tilly Mae. Right, exactly.
She's such an idiot. And the thing about it is when the shit comes back from YouTube, what is she going to say then? I photoshopped that? Fuck her.
She does lie like a rug. I've never in my life witnessed somebody so... I have, but...
Yeah, Mindy, there was a bunch of them. I don't remember who all helped too, but they pitched in and got them a whole new, I guess, defense team or whatever. And I guess that's how they came up with the Alfred plea. I don't know exactly how that came to being, but.
Wow. I'm getting mad.
Me too. She's an idiot. And of course, you know, I can't. Okay, let me try to. I'm going to try to put something in there. Y'all that are watching, see if y'all can see my thing.
We're blocked, but okay. Let me go on there and look. Go ahead, girl. I bet you are.
Okay, I just seen it.
No. How does she have mods? How does she have anybody in there supporting her?
Those are the two that have been supporting her for a while now, and I don't understand it. I don't know one of them, but Becca, I like her. She really thinks that she didn't say that. I mean, I think she really believes that, y'all. I think she really believes that.
No, I don't think she believes it. I think, you know, she thinks if she says it enough that she'll change our minds to say what we don't see. What she is afraid of is that she's going to go to jail. No, what she did.
Yeah, so you call me it. You're not blocked yet, baby. You're fixing to be done, bet.
Wait, what? Go, Tilly.
She just got deleted. You go, Tilly.
Cheshire. Ladybug. Y'all go. The sad thing is that she's never had that many people in her chat watching before. She's never had this many people, except the other time that she drugged me.
She's never had that many people watch a fucking video. What are you talking about?
Negative Blue Bangs was trying to say that someone made an account of hers and said those things. No, we all remember. We even clicked on it. To say, is this really her?
I checked it before I read it out. I checked it. It was her. It went straight to her account. So she can say that all she wants. But when the shit comes back from YouTube, which, you know, everything's snail mail, so you have to wait for it. We'll see. Hell, it may be summer by the time I can show you, but I'll have it. That is pathetic that anybody, well, you know, that just shows what they are like too, in my opinion. So, you know, if you're going to stand behind somebody wishing death, you know, if you want to wish death on Crystal, that's one thing. You wish death on her unborn child, a baby that cannot fight. Exactly. You can absolutely tell her I'm getting it from the entire conversation from YouTube. I'm getting the entire transcript. So she can continue on because she knows she's lying. You can absolutely tell her that.
And we can prove that Crystal didn't say what she said. She said
that's right. Now, that's all. If she said it before, hey PD, if she said it before our chat, I can't prove that. I don't know what was said between the two before our chat. I know that in our chat, I never saw her say that. Not one time.
And I also know that talk to text doesn't put quotes.
How about the fake cancer? Was that Miss Center? Thank you, Christina. Thank you. She was provoked, so she said that. Wow. Wow. That's pitiful. That's pitiful.
I didn't say I was going to kill her kid. I never say that. I turned off and came over here. Then she didn't say I was going to kill her kid. She said, I hope you lose that pepperoni bun.
She said, I hope you miscarry your pepperoni bun.
Yeah.
She's pathetic. You know, it's one of those that you're going to feel like you're beating your head up against the wall.
People are getting her now. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Saw what you wrote and it wasn't an accident. I mean, thank God now she's talking about Mod Podge. I don't know. No way. Uber were like, no way I would lie. No way. Oh, about cancer? No. Nobody's lying about cancer. She's reaching so far. Just let it go. Do you think her hair is...
Good for you, Christina. That's sad, isn't it? Don't it make you want to beat your head up against the wall?
Oh, it's already been deleted, sure.
I can't believe Erica's still there. She said, liar, liar, pants on fire. Saw what you wrote and it wasn't an accident. They haven't deleted hers yet.
Bonnie and Clyde, you're a liar. Just apologize and own it. By the way, you have no eyebrow game.
Have you ever seen any of her videos? She is funny as hell.
Who?
Bonnie and Clyde. No, there's a different Bonnie and Clyde. There's a Bonnie and Clyde Vlogs, I think, or Daily Life or something.
Oh,
But it's got Celebrity Big Brother starts tonight. Did y'all know that?
No, does it?
Yeah, I got to record.
I'm gonna watch it.
I didn't know that.
Now she's saying Observation 101 says she was a meth head. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. She didn't say that. Have you guys talked to Stay Negative since the stream the other day? I'm really hurt. No, not yet. We haven't.
No, but I didn't hear that either. And I want to believe, I believe what that person told me that was said, but I don't want to believe that he said it. And I didn't hear it and that stream's down. I don't know. I just think that everybody expects too much out of people on the internet. And
yep.
I mean, he's welcome to come down here and take care of my mother-in-law for a day and just see what all goes in with that and see how much time that entails and how much mental head game that you have to play with yourself just in order to keep yourself sane. And, I'm not going to fight anybody else's battles. Not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. The only reason I did the video today wasn't necessarily defending Crystal at all. It was calling out a liar. I cannot stand a fucking liar. Do not say that I photoshopped something. And that's what she said last night. Do not say I photoshopped anything. Or that's what she put on her Twitter, and I got the DM. She's got me blocked or whatever. Said it, 2 days ago, whenever it was. And don't call me a liar. It is worse than it was last year. I don't know. I talked to somebody on the phone today for about 2 hours, and there's a lot coming to light, and more will be revealed as time goes on. But I've been saying for a long time that there's a third party running around just stirring up shit everywhere and getting everybody to fight with everybody. And I'm telling you that it's going to come out at some point, and it'll be the least person you ever expected, because it was the least one I expected. And
yeah,
it's not going to be pretty. You're right, Dawn. She is a gnat. Miss Twin Flame came in there. We all saw what you wrote. You're a liar. You'll be deleted next, sugar.
Yeah. And I mean, I really just think she did this because we were going live. But the truth of the matter is those boys didn't do it. Oh, I love Amy Winehouse, Nikki. Don't talk about
it. And I want to say this too. Country Mom, I don't know her, but she came in my comment section and said, thank you for posting this. She unsubbed from her. She was a good friend of hers, evidently. I got to let nothing out. And ended up was just sick over what she read. It's crazy. Damn, y'all. I'll struggle getting up still.
Where are you going?
Let the cat out. Oh.
You mean the third, Tweety Bird? You talking about the third party? I'm sure it'll come to light. And when it does,
and Diane, thank you for the cookies. Look, this is number 8 and number 7 and number 8 that my fat ass is fixing to eat.
I haven't eaten mine yet. Jim got in them. Thank you so much. Paradise Lost is Diane, I love you. Thank you. I think Crystal will ignore her. I think it's just too much. It's just, she was saying it was her speech to text. Let her just, she can say what she wants. People know the truth. That's the thing. Did I miss the first and second? Oh, I'm going to send you a text. I thought, yeah, Country Mom was her BFF. I'm sending you a text.
Nikki, no, they won't. They won't admit to any wrongdoing. They won't admit to any cover-ups. And in my opinion, the judge was just as bad as the detectives in that case.
Yeah. Yes.
Sad.
Do we want some pain pills? I know a guy. Not yet.
No, I'm good today. Matter of fact, there's some over there on the counter. If I wanted them, I'd take them. Appreciate you worried about us, though. She's planning for her dialysis in 10 years. Who plans that? Exactly. My father-in-law, was a dialysis patient. And There's nothing easy about it. Nothing easy about it.
You're not. Tilly May says,
maybe tomorrow. That's right.
She's gonna come up with it. You know who keeps defending themselves? Guilty people.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Lisa.
Hey, Lisa.
What was on the dog? You pick squares for a blanket. I put a picture of my dog on Twitter of one of my dogs, Buck.
That fucking pig will not, with the harness on him, he thinks he can't move. He thinks he's being held down. So I made B-Dub loosen it today. He didn't even eat last night or this morning. I was worried about him. He was laying in his own piss. Nasty motherfucker.
I'm sorry, observation. No, I didn't make him yet. I went ahead and mailed Todd a package because I called him and I said, look, Todd, you wait for them balls, you're never going to get what I've had for you for 2 months. I didn't bring it on myself.
Poor Bacon, I know. Bless his heart.
Negative jabroni bangs. I love that name, jabroni. Is Crystal in here? Crystal, don't pay her any mind. Please don't pay her any mind. Just take care of yourself.
She's an idiot. I mean, she's really an idiot. And we've always known she was an idiot. She's just proven it even more now.
Big Brother is on. Who were the celebrities? I wouldn't even, should I ask? I didn't even watch the previews.
I don't know.
I hope it's some good ones.
I can't think of her name.
Where does Bacon has a litter box? Did y'all know pigs can use a litter box?
But I'm trying to. The reason I wanted him on the leash is I want him to train him to go outside like the dogs.
Oh, Marosa.
And eventually go outside instead of the litter box because the litter box is disgusting. Bye, Steph. Love you.
Oh, well, Vegan Mafia, maybe she'll pray for my daughters and they'll be wonderful and do perfect. I'm glad she's your hero. Everybody needs a hero.
Absolutely.
I'm holding out for a hero to the end of the night. But he's got to be strong. And he's got to be fast. And he's got to be ready to fight.
Oh, now she's talking about us women that sit around gossiping all day while our husbands work their butts off while we sit around. Yep, I'm a kept woman. Show am. Ain't shamed. Ain't shamed 1 minute.
Saints are among us.
Yep. A banging story. I love that.
It's too bad that they don't know what all you really do. And I'm telling you, Shitty McShitterbird has never done any work. You can tell.
Well, and I can assure you, she's never helped care for anybody other than herself and her son, and has no idea what that entails. Has no clue. Who's Dolphin? Pretty Pete, that same person. I've got him in I dumped him in my program, so we'll know soon enough.
I'm gonna go on a limb and I think that Negative Blue Bangs is a lot of the trolls.
Yeah, I think we'd be surprised.
Mm-hmm.
And if she's not, her little BFFs are some of them. But you know why? Pay her bills too. Thank you, Mackenzie. He sure does with his 100-hour-a-week working. And you didn't even thank him for your groceries, you dumb bitch. You better thank my husband.
Hey.
Don't let him get into rat poison. We don't have rat poison at the shop.
Vegan Mafia, we absolutely will pray for your daughter. Her name is Natalia. Natalia, what a beautiful name.
Absolutely. Yeah, we don't have rat poison. Now we have little field mice, but that's what Mama Kitty and Baby Kitty are for.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, Nikki. Well, and I don't know that I bet there are a very small percentage of people around the world that have not in some way been affected by cancer, really, and or miscarriage. I mean, most people at least know somebody. What would he be calling?
Tell you to quit telling people you're a cat woman.
Look, mister, I'm on a live stream.
We're famous.
Good chat or whatever y'all got going on.
Okay, tell everybody hey.
I'll do it.
On the live chat, dumbass. I got you on speakerphone.
I big dub.
Good show Wednesday, but hey everybody.
Tell Randy hey.
Hey Randy.
All right, love you.
All right, love you too. Bye.
Yeah, there was a gas leak at the shop today, and so they had to cut off everybody's gas. So I had to get the cats and bacon in the office, which is going to be a disaster because the cats hate bacon, and put an electric heater in there for them because there'll be no heat down there tonight. And hey, Mr. B. He is at work, and he calls it Shit Show Wednesday when he walks into crazy bullshit. But anyway, he had tell me that I'm going to have to call, even though they turn off our gas. You would think they would know that they've turned off our gas, and we've got to call them to come turn it back on. That don't make sense. It was actually, our building is at the end of a street. Next to us is an AA building. Then there's another shop beside ours. It was that shop, but it was up under the pavement but they could smell it inside the building. And they found it. It was a gas pipe that had busted or something, started leaking under the concrete. So they were having to dig up the street and everything. So, yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, my goodness. These cookies are so good. Diane, I think I'm in love with you.
Oh, aren't they so good? Tilly, I'm telling you, bacon, it's the craziest thing with that harness on. He will not move. And, pigs scream when you scare them or make them mad. And then he'll start barking like a dog. It's crazy. But
listen,
I think he's much older than the lady said he was, though. I'm thinking he's probably getting closer to a year old. And that's why it's so long for him to get used to being socialized. Huh?
Since you said pig scream, let me ask y'all this. Okay, observation. Look, has anybody ever cooked a lobster and heard it scream when you put it in the boiling water?
I haven't, but I've heard they do that. I like lobster tail, but I don't want to see anything cooked like that. I got blocked for telling her she is sad representation of Amy. She ain't going to listen to anybody other than those that suck up. I mean, she's a TT junior, TT wannabe, whatever you want to call it. She's no different.
Yes, they do that. They scream. And the reason I know this, see, I don't eat anything that breathes underneath the water. I don't eat seafood, nothing. But in 6th grade, and this may be why, in 6th grade, they cooked a lobster in our classroom alive, and it screamed. Now, tell me this. How does it scream? A lobster don't have vocal cords.
How do you know?
Somebody told me that. I don't know. We're going to have to put this on private.
No, she's saying that Crystal's not pregnant.
Hmm.
She said, "Why don't you tell your BFF to show us her pregnancy stick?"
It does want to be. But maybe it's not coming from its mouth. Maybe it's coming from its shell. It's the shell that most of the time.
Sent me a message. Okay, country lady. Vicky said this is a good one. You clearly have zero accountability and trying to reason with you. They deleted it. You go, Vicky, if you're listening to us.
Oh, did you just say from the South? I guess we're going to get drunk again for being from the South. All right, I'm going to type in there. Y'all see? Do y'all see my comment?
No. No. There's a troll called My Eyebrows Suck.
I know, I saw it.
And y'all listen, I'm fixing to say this now for the record. Country lady and country mom are not the same two people. Two totally different people. Country lady is in our chat right now. It is not the same as country mom, who I think, according to my messages today, she used to back Blue Bangs, but has now said, no, I'm not doing that anymore. So whoever is blaming or going off on her, stop, because they're not the same person. Damn it, she shouldn't have to change her name just because it's similar. Two different ladies. Absolutely, Lissa.
Vicky, it's a waste of time. She's just, I'm telling you, she lives in Birdie Land.
Unless you are sucking up. Vicky, I tried to read what you wrote, and then it got deleted as I was reading it. But unless you are telling her exactly what she wants to hear, and obviously this bothers her if she's still going on about it. When did we stream? Was that Sunday? So we're talking 3 days later. She's still talking about this. Hey, Tanya.
She should look at it.
That's exactly right.
Brown. And why don't they call her Cuckoo Bird?
I don't know. We are so dramatic, Dale, unfortunately. I think it don't matter if you're from the South, North, East, or West. We're all, women in general are dramatic. We just are.
Absolutely. I'm dramatic.
I tell Beat Up, he just rolls his eyes and it's like, men don't get it. They're just like, y'all are overly dramatic. Hillbillies and rednecks, that's us.
I'll be a hillbilly all day long. She is that word, Amber. She is. But you know what? I hate that this happened because I've been looking forward to this stream all freaking day. And I just.
She keeps telling to let it go as she keeps talking about it. Right, Mindy? It's crazy.
Yeah. And
hey, Malia. You're in New Orleans, Observation 101. I'm so jelly. Right, Kit Kat?
Good, Bash Fun. Bash.
Straight men should stay out of women's drama. Matter absolutely, Crystal. You're from Tennessee. How close to Memphis are you? If you're close to Memphis, you're close to me. If you're close to like East Side, you're close to Randy.
I don't know where I'm at. I don't know if north, south, east, west, but my card tells me, or my Jeep, whatever it is.
You're in East Tennessee.
I'm in East Tennessee, y'all.
Southeast.
I'm in Southeast.
Crystal, I'm coming there one of these days. You're dramatic for food. I'm dramatic for any kind of food too. And Coca-Cola. It is
40 minutes west of Nashville. Oh,
so
okay.
You're close to Jackson, Tennessee. You're about 2 hours from me. West is closer.
I'm from Tennessee, Lori. I am about 250 miles from Nashville.
But she's right at the Alabama state line. Almost. Yeah. She's in Tennessee, but she can be in Alabama in no time. Yeah, Lacey, Lacey's southern Mississippi.
Come over.
Mardi my 30th birthday. Oh, gosh, hell yeah. My 30th birthday, me and my best friend, her good friend, and my sister-in-law all spent the weekend in New Orleans. And it was crazy weekend. Matter of fact, that was my, I used to run marathons. That was my first full marathon, was in January of, I was right before I was diagnosed with cancer the first go around. I was 30, fixed to be 31 because I was diagnosed 5 months later. And I'd ran my first marathon in New Orleans. It was hot as hell in January.
Well, it's north or south from there?
Huh? Kimberly's only about an hour and a half from me at the most. Hour, really. Because it's mostly highway.
Hey, Jim said we are about 100 miles from Nashville. Shit, I forgot what he said. Southeast. We're 100 miles southeast from Nashville.
Randy would get lost in a paper bag with one open end with a flashlight. Swear to God.
Go to work and get back. That's it.
She is just like my BF Cindy. Cindy is the same way. When we go somewhere, I always drive because she will get us lost, even in town. And she did home health with me. That's how we met 25 years ago.
Michelle Stack, if you're close to Huntsville, I can find you. I can get to almost Huntsville and park at Walmart, and then you come find me.
Right.
Oh, you're really. You know, we're going to have to put this on private because you're playing her stream.
She just said our name and Ubers.
Why?
She brought us up first, y'all. Damn it. She brought us up Sunday, and that's why me and Randy went live Sunday evening. That's how it got started. We have not brought her up in months because she's not worthy of being brought up by us. Damn it. She is not worthy. Kit Kat, let me cough. Perfect my ass. I love gumbo. Oh my gosh, my brother-in-law can make the best seafood gumbo, and it tastes very I don't know if Louisianan is the right word to say. I don't know. Cajun, I guess, is the word. And a few months ago, the kid that used to work for us, he started when he was like 15, fixing to be 16. His fiance's brother is from Lake Charles, Louisiana. And he came over and cooked Cajun for us all weekend. I had never had like true homemade Mara Murray red beans and rice, Cajun style. Oh my God, it was so good. Oh, who was that? Let me write that down. Mara Murray. Who was that told me to look into Kimberly Joe Dots? Are you in here? Because I did. And y'all, that was horrible. It was a girl that was killed in 98 by a group of teenagers. She was hung, and then they dropped her to the ground while she was still alive. And then they beat her in the face with like a jagged edged rock about the size of a basketball and left her there to die. It's still on the internet. It's true. Well, that's true. I don't know why I'm doubting it.
Talking about the Mara Murray? Is that who that is that you're talking
Angie.
about?
Angie told me to look in that. No, the Mara Murray is one, but remember, Angie told us to look into that Kimberly Joe Dots. because that was close to her. And I did. And she was only 15, killed on Mother's Day that year.
Oh.
I was sick when I read it. And all of them are up for parole to get out. Most of them are already out. But the two that were tried as adults, they were 16 and 18 at the time. They got life without parole, but have since, under some law, their sentence was changed, and now they're up for parole. And that was just done 20 years ago. Their ass should be stuck there. It was on Mother's Day. Yep. It's horrible. Horrible. 15 years old and hung and dropped and then beat. Red beans and rice every day on me. I bet. I love it. I love it. But that was a hard one to read about. I don't know. You know, my uncle, my mom's brother, my mom is the oldest. And then I have one uncle, another uncle, and my Aunt Betty. All my aunts and uncles have passed away. My mom's the only child living. My uncle was murdered in 87, December of 87. And his parents are walking free. They're walking the streets of Memphis as we speak. Mara Murray.
Oh, wow.
Wow. So, yeah, there was a bunch of kids that ended up charged with lesser charges. And the cousin was one of them. She was actually a 20-something-year-old, the girl's cousin. 43 girls are missing. They think it's human. Oh, my God. A thing in Flint, Michigan. That's horrible. But, you know, that's going on. I think that's probably going on everywhere, and we just don't hear about it. I honestly believe that. Oh, thank you, Mariska.
Can you tell those bad people who use visual evidence maybe they'll stop?
Jessica Chambers, I do want to read up on more about that because I remember when that happened. Do y'all remember the girl from Mississippi that was set on fire, that was burned alive? She was, Kim, wasn't she 17 or 18? Beautiful blonde, was going out for the night and never came home. And she was alive when they still found her and got her to the burn center at the Med where she died within a few hours. But set on fire when she was transported to the Med, over 70% of her body had third-degree burns on it.
Oh.
Yeah. It is Jessica Chambers. If you look up Jessica Chambers, you probably won't even have to put in the state of Mississippi. That was probably 45 minutes from my house where that took place. And the DA that prosecuted it, he's from my county, the county that I live in, actually. And it was ended up declared a mistrial because they didn't have enough evidence on the guy, even though the guy admitted it to another guy that he was in jail with on another charge. He had killed a girl down in, was it Louisiana? And then they brought him back up here for the trial. That's a good one. They found her in her burning car. Yep. When they opened the door, she fell out because the charred marks outside the car were just as bad.
Yes, observation I have.
Oh, yours truly. I'm sorry. I'm telling you, there's some bad shit. Mississippi Burning. I have not read that, but have I seen the movie? I want to say I've seen the movie.
What's wrong, Eli?
And I'm sure it's not as good as the book. Yeah. Yeah, if you look it up, you'll be and it took them 2 years to even charge somebody with the murder. And he had been arrested in another state and was running his mouth. And of course they talked, hey, Uber. And so that's when they brought him here for his trial. But I don't know. I'm sure they'll retry it. Sad.
Well, it's almost 8. You ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready when you're ready.
So
we're going to agree to disagree on the West Memphis Three. I still think they're guilty as hell,
innocent.
but we'll never know. We'll never know. We'll never know.
Her streaming and running her mouth just ruined it, and I hate that I let it do that, but it did. It did. It just ruined it.
Well, she's a crazy bitch. We all know it. We all know it.
Well, we'll look into some of this stuff.
It's very pretty, isn't it? I know that's not her true voice. I know that's a sped up voice, but I love to hear her talk.
Yeah.
I love to hear it.
Love you,
it
Diane.
Is,
innocent, yes. Not guilty, says Al.
Truck driving, killing for no reason. Wow. You know, I can get caught up in that shit. Love you too, Diane. Thank you again for innocent. Read between the lines, Diane, even though you sent me cookies. Love you too, Amanda. Thank you.
Interrupted. I just can't stay on track, and I really wanted to get further into this. Maybe we'll revisit it. Maybe.
Hey, that's right. If you ever want to kill somebody, go to Louisiana and throw the body out because alligators always eat the evidence. That's right. That's the way to go. Go to the boat and throw them in it.
Somebody was talking about Jodi Arias, and wasn't you watching some stuff on her? I know. Well, you said it was played out though.
The little girl that got killed by her mom. I don't know about that one, Mariska.
Who is that? I would like to see that.
Who is that? Yeah. Look into Isla Reynolds. Oh, Lord.
I'm writing it down.
I'm writing it down too.
Hey, trailer park guy.
Hey, trailer park guy. Isla Reynolds. Y'all know we have got this book has got so many names in it that we're supposed to look up, and I try to go back and look up a lot of them. Some of them, though, if it was an open and shut case, it's not worth talking about. You know what I mean? It sucks and it's a sad story. I like the ones like West Memphis 3, where you don't know. We'll never know. We'll never know the truth. And if you look on the Hollywood side of it, because I was absolutely innocent, thought they were innocent until yesterday when I found that and I started reading the transcripts. And that's when I texted Randy and said, "Do you think they're guilty?" And she said no. I said, "Oh, this ought to be good." And that's exactly true. And you can't go based on the trial because they were shady as hell with the trial.
I am too, TPG. You know, they didn't know it was on.
I have never heard of it. What's the name? Andrew Cunanan?
Cunanan. He's the one that killed Versace.
Oh.
Casey Anthony. They're all about that. That crazy heifer. Yes. Check out the Israeli one I gave you. You'll have to read captions, but it's where. Okay. Me too, Miss Jude. It is good, PPG.
I think somebody could troll account. I'm just telling y'all right now. How do I do that? Do I just make a new account? Is that how I do it? I'm dead serious. You think I'm kidding? I'm kidding.
As soon as you do it.
No, I'm going to go in there and suck her ass and see how long I can stay in.
He sure was. I don't know. Should I, y'all think I got to private this because we played her strain? Because she's a striker.
We didn't play enough of it, did we? Or can you hear her in the background? Can you hear the background?
I can hear it in the
background. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Mackenzie, sweet pea. Hey, why not? I don't think I saw you come in. Pop horn.
I'm sorry if I've missed anybody.
I know it. You just blow your cover. They won't know it's me. There's a bunch of troll accounts in there.
She will strike it. Yeah, she'll strike it. It is muffled, but she'll strike it anyway.
I'm waiting on her to strike my video from today. But I never did. I don't think I even said her name. And I said negative Bluebird in my title.
Yeah, TPG, I thought maybe me and you could do it together.
Fair use disclaimer. See, I need to do that. Miss Twin Flame still in drop blocked. You go, girl. I mean, you go through here and it's like there's only probably 10 out of 100 comments that are allowed. Go in as bacon's ice cream. I love it. I love it. Does she really think that we're that mean?
Yeah.
We're not that mean just because we came after her one time. Damn.
And I was actually
Did she not realize it could have been so much worse? I mean, it could have been so much worse.
And might get much worse.
Somebody said that she had said in a stream that that she'll say it again to two devices, darn husband. Country lady, me too. I've got my iPad here and I'm on my computer. Yeah, I do the same thing. That she had said that she would say it again, she said you've been going after her for a year? Bitch wishes. Go back and see the video. They're up. I've done one video in response to her. One. And that was 8 months ago.
Yeah.
At least 6 months ago, 6 to 8 months ago. And had not even mentioned her again that I can remember. She's not that important.
No. Yes. Hey, Carrie. I don't care if she calls the cops on me 17 times.
Right. I'll give her my home address. Let them come on. Hell, I'll give her the shop address too. Let them come on. I mean, what law does she think has been broken? There's not one. Everybody has their right to their opinion, just as she does.
Oh, don't leave YouTube because of her, Carrie. Nobody even pays attention to that.
Yeah, you gotta shit. If we left every time somebody said something, which I quit every other week, so I'll be quit next week. And she won't, Carrie. Some people like that just will not stop.
Yeah.
Will not stop. You just have to ignore it and keep on going.
Yep.
I love the name Embry Rose. I think your name is so pretty.
I do too. I think that's pretty.
She acted like the cop knew y'all. we are famous. I knew I was famous.
Colorado.
I knew it. And he thinks we're funny. Mm-hmm. Show does.
Well, Carrie, Blue Nuts is over talking about me and B right now, and you see us just.
You just got to keep it moving. Keep it moving and don't worry about it.
Yeah, she called the cops on us today. We're still, I'm going to sleep just fine tonight.
My fat ass is fixing to get my bath, and I'll be in bed within 2 hours because that's what I do.
Hashtag YouTube famous.
She crazy as hell.
And she stays up all night. See, that's what you get to do when you.
90s, I know, baby. Me too. Throat punch city. That's right. Uber said it. Carrie, quit going in her chat. Then you won't know she's saying anything. Just ignore her because do you honestly believe people believe everything that is being said? No.
Right. No, nobody believes it, to tell you the truth, Carrie. I don't, they may just say something to pacify her, but.
Right. And a lot of times that's what people do in chats. They'll just pacify her.
Yeah.
I bet you 90% of them don't even know who the hell she's talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, don't out yourself as being that person. Nobody knows.
So many Carries on here. Throat. That's right, Lisa. Watch out for the throat punch.
Yeah, she questioned Crystal's pregnancy, and some more people in the chat did too. But you know what? Nobody owes anybody proof of that.
Right. And then said she will fake the, you know, that takes a sick mind to even think that up, much less think somebody's going to do it. That's pathetic. That shows you
that would do it.
You have to pacify her, otherwise you're blocked. Exactly, Mariska. I'm
not going to pacify the negative blue shit because she just makes me sick. Okay, y'all, let's go. I'm tired, hungry, need a bath.
I do too. I feel like it would be fun to be out. Like she just kept saying shit and you never feel bad. Right? I feel you, Pretty Pete. I think I agree with you too.
Pam, she's crazy.
I've never seen somebody so nutty. And believing everything she's saying. It's her perception. Her perception is so fucking twisted. It's not even funny.
Right.
Oh, you ain't got to tell me twice. You know I'll go. My fat ass is always for a free lunch.
No, they don't. Observation. No, they don't. I'm sure she did, Nikki Lee. She said, I like my bangs.
Well, you know.
To each is their own, as you say.
Each is their own. That's right. I don't understand the tight curl, but maybe it's not for me to get. I don't understand that color thing either, but that's not for me to figure. So
let her talk. I promise you, she is just showing who she is, and I'm kind of doubting even the people in there saying they believe her. And yeah. I think that Becca MS fighter is just anybody's dog that'll hunt her.
I like her though. She's always been very nice. And it actually kind of surprises me a little bit. Not that I've ever had a conversation with her, but other than in like a chat. But she's always seemed very nice when she got away from the TT train. But, you know, whatever. She fights for what she believes in, I reckon. So that's great. Everybody's got to fight for something, huh?
I guess.
Fight for something.
So we'll be live again soon with who knows what. We don't know. Could be crime, could be drama, could be just fun, right?
That's right.
Hey, Deborah's Daily Life.
Oh, wait. What did Brooke say?
Pam.
Y'all, say a quick prayer for Brooke's husband. She just messaged me. Brooke, she is a lot of times in our chat, but she's not able to.
Well, we sure will pray for her.
Actually, he had a seizure at work today, so gotta say some healing vibes for him.
Carrie, anytime, honey, anytime. Don't let her bother you. Don't.
That's right.
Tell her prayers going up.
That's
all right,
right.
y'all. We will see y'all very, very, very soon. We won't wait so long next time. I'm going to put this on private because of the stream thing. I don't want to strike. And innocent.
And y'all watch my troll account. It'll be bacon ice cream or something. I like that one. I'm going to figure out how to do one, then I'm going to do one. So there you go. I just owned it. I got a troll account.
That may be something we could, yeah.
Stellar, you're exactly right.
Vagina and Regina talk about.
We didn't need life lessons. Somebody suggested that. Life lessons, just funny, silly life lessons. Yeah. But y'all got to come up with some ideas. I don't know any good life lessons. Hell.
I can tell you what
not come up with. Anyway, all right, y'all. Have a good night. Love y'all.
Love y'all. See ya.